Questioning after a wild pursuit that ended with a crash in South LA. Now, we are not showing their faces because they're minors, but one of the kids appeared to be as young as 12 years old. Police say they tried to pull over the driver for possible DUI around 12:30 this morning. The driver crashed into a building near Figueroa and Gage. Officers say the car that the kids were in was stolen. The child who was driving was hospitalized. No word on his or her condition. Children have been...
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who ruled well and taught me this truth. Peace, blessings, salutations, and mercies to the elect and the 1/3 remnant out there listening and doing this word with all faith and sincerity scattered amongst the nations and the four corners of the earth. To you, I say shalom, Lord willing, this video is edifying. It's going to be centered around what you just seen. And man, through the spirit, I was just thinking today, the generation that's coming up right now, man, are the most degenerate the world has ever seen. They're all wicked, At a young age, they're taught evil. They hypersexualized. They on social media. They completely bugged out for the most part. All right. I mean, desensitized, completely programmed just for nonsense. Nigga game banging hard, throwing up his set, don't even understand the severity of the situation he in. He probably thinking in his head, oh, this just like Grand Theft Auto. A degenerate plant is what, Yahweh Bashim Shah called us, man. Strange and degenerate. And you see, and it definitely is, man. Our people are unrecognizable from who we used to be. This is Jeremiah 2:21. Yet I planted thee a noble vine, wholly a right seed. Right? Because we didn't start off this way. We've never been as low. We've never been as low, man, ever in history. Just look at our women. Our women are completely destroyed. Twerking for the ancestors. Got to do a video on that, Lord will. The men of our nation are, most of them are fags, completely backward. How then art thou turned into a degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me? See? Because that's what we, it was a long fall, man, from ruling nations. You look at our ancestors, King David, King Solomon, the accomplishments in which our nation, achieved. When you look over here, look at Europe, man. What Jake was able to do to Europe and, over here in North, Central, and South America, all the, in Mexico City was basically built on water. Jake had all this great, knowledge and, wisdom. But now look, man, our people are, let's get it, man. This is Jeremiah 4:22. For my people is foolish They have not known me. They don't know or consider Yahweh Bashim Yahushua in the least bit. Okay? They are sottish children, stupid. That's why his guns drawn. You done just led the police through a high-speed chase. He know he a nigga. You know, he knows already the stereotypes that's out about him, and, you know, but doesn't give a damn, man. Probably no father in the household. You know, mom's, you know, a degenerate herself in the streets somewhere. Because, you know, who's supervising him? You know? These kids would have got stoned in the ancient world, man. They wouldn't be making... If we was to enact ancient world, you know, practices today, a lot of, you know, this up-and-coming generation will be put down, man. You know, I mean, yeah, you know, they're corrupting them, you know, in so many different ways, man. You know, you got little elementary school kids playing with dildos and shit. You know, this place is wicked. You know, this is the doings of Esau Edom, and the biggest victim of Esau's crime, man, you know, is Jake. You know, Jake has been suffering for too long, man. Look at our people destroyed, man. And they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge, man. You know, and that's another prime example. You know, just look at the you know, the nigga had no remorse, no throwing up his set, man. And all of them were kids, you know. Ages, you know, it didn't really specify, but he didn't look that old. He looked like 10. You know, this is Deuteronomy 21 and 20. Now I started 18, man. This is what this law in Deuteronomy was put for. You know, little niggas, little gremlin, evil motherfuckers like that, which it's a lot of them, man. You look around, man, little hitmen and shit, 13 years old and shit. I remember it was a nigga in Chicago, baby Diablos, 13-year-old gunned down by the cops, you know, with a gun on him. You know, Jake is completely, you know, off the rails, man. This is Deuteronomy 21 and 18. If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and that when they have chastised him, will not hearken unto them. But, you know, that was back in you know, when this was written, Jake, it wasn't no such thing as a single parent household. You know, that was unheard of. Okay. Nowadays you got these women raising these kids, you know, letting them do whatever the hell they want to. They never receive discipline or stability. So they just grow up in chaos because they don't have a man in the household. You know, and they just, you know, grow up and just be terrorists, man. You know, terrorizing everybody. You know, doing whatever they want to do. They ain't gonna listen to nobody. So what the Lord say, you know, to do to him, right? Then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him and bring him out unto the elders of the city and unto the gate of his place. And they shall say unto the elders of his city, this our son is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton and a drunkard. And you know them kids, man, probably on drugs. You know, just the easy access of how easy it is to just, you know, all these things are accessible, you know, just at any time, you know. It ain't hard to get the shit that he hear niggas rap about in songs. you know, probably already skipping school, you know, selling drugs. If he's stealing cars and shit, you know, he probably got, you know, smoking cigarettes, you know. Back then, that wouldn't happen because these laws were being practiced, you know. And all the men of his city shall stone him with stones. See, so after something like this was to happen, if this was the ancient world, we would have went. We would all, you know, grab the biggest, hardest brick, you know, that you could find, and we surround him, put him in, you know, and stone his ass to death, man. And really that's what the Lord's gonna do, man. In this great slaughter that's about to take place, a lot of little niggas, little gremlins are gonna be taken out. You know, they don't respect or mind nobody. Well, guess what? The Lord got something for that, man. That he die, so shalt thou put evil away from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear. You know, and all the other kids that was, you know, been acting up, you know, maybe disobeying their parents, borderline, you know, starting to feel, you know, that demon might try to hop on them. Well, after they see that, they be in check. You know, yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. You know, ain't no getting smart after you witness something like that. You know, which is the purpose of it. This is Isaiah 1 and 4. A sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. That's what's running rampant in you know, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans communities. You know, I mean, there's no fathers in the household. You know, men and women are completely divided. You know, there's been a complete breakdown in the family structure, you know, in a Negro, Latino, Native American household, you know, due to the curses, you know, and this is what it produced, you know, a bunch of effeminate, drugged out, wild, violent, gang banging generation, man, of adulterous, you know, just completely gone. They have forsaken Yahweh Shemel Shah. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They have gone away backward. See? So the Lord pronounced this on our people a long time ago, and we see, you know, I mean, it's only getting worse. You go every day, you see some more folly by a Jake, man, by Israelite. You know, whether they know it or not, you know, they the main ones caught up in just pure ignorance and degeneracy, man. You know. But that give all praise and glory to you. How about Shema Shabbat Shem Rakakudash Wa Abba and DTA.